Psychologist Dr. Jordan Peterson argues that most people waste immense portions of their lives simply because they never determine a specific direction for their time. If you waste 6 hours a day and value your future time at $50 an hour, you're losing about $2,000 a week. Over a year, that habit costs you $100,000 in potential investment. This financial loss is only part of the problem. Peterson explains that when you decide your time has no worth, you don't find peace. Humans are incapable of sitting in a state of responsibilityless bliss. Instead, we suffer existentially when we fail to determine that our actions are worthwhile. To solve this, we are going to build a negotiated schedule. We are replacing the standard tyrannical to-do list with a day that you would actually choose to live. Calculating this hourly rate makes the cost of procrastination tangible. Every hour spent aimlessly becomes a $300 daily withdrawal from your future potential. Step 1. Before you can schedule a single task, you must identify the broad domains of your life that you actually want to improve. You need a vision for your career, your relationships, and your physical health. When analyzing those domains, physical exercise is highly specific. It is the most effective intervention we have to stave off rapid cognitive decline. Your brain demands a massive amount of oxygen to function, and intense movement provides it. But health is just one component. To pursue any of these life domains, you have to satisfy your brain's dopaminergic incentive reward system. Humans require a deeply valued goal to act. Without one, you physically cannot generate the motivation to start. This diagram shows how that biological system works. When a massive goal breaks apart into a sequence of actionable microprocesses, those smaller tasks inherit the positive emotional charge of the primary goal. If you don't anchor your daily schedule to an objective you truly value, your brain literally lacks the neurochemical fuel to execute the plan. Without that fuel, any schedule you write is useless. Most schedules fail because they are designed as tyrannical prisons, filled only with obligations and devoid of any relief. Peterson recommends a shift in mindset. You must treat yourself like an employee you actually care about and want to retain, rather than a slave you intend to break. On the left is the tyrant's calendar, a solid 12-hour block of tasks. On the right is the negotiator's calendar, where concentrated work is separated by buffer zones. For every difficult responsibility, you must explicitly schedule a specific, guilt-free reward. This brings us to the ultimate rule of daily planning. By the end of your scheduled day, you must not be in a worse physical or mental state than when you woke up. Negotiating a day that you actually value eliminates the friction of starting. You stop rebelling against your own schedule when the work leads directly to a guaranteed, guilt-free reward. Now that the rules are set, open your calendar app and begin physically blocking out tomorrow's negotiated routine. You have to be specific here. Avoid the trap of willful blindness, leaving tasks vague, like writing "work on business," just so you don't have to face exactly when you failed to complete them. Once your blocks are on the screen, apply the $50 audit. Look down your newly populated calendar. Look at this single calendar block. For every hour you have scheduled, ask yourself a blunt question. Would you gladly hand someone a $50 bill to have executed that specific hour of time on your behalf? Applying this financial test forces ruthless prioritization. It instantly filters out cheap busy work, ensuring your tomorrow is structured entirely around high-leverage activities. Because you are currently undisciplined, you need to acknowledge a painful reality. You will likely fail to execute this perfect schedule perfectly. This progress bar represents your execution rate. Hitting 51% of your schedule is a massive victory over zero structure. As this chart shows, marginal improvement, 51% tomorrow, 52% next week, initiates compounding momentum. Small wins loop back, creating an ascending spiral. You now possess a concrete, value-driven roadmap. You have converted your day from an intimidating blank slate into a structured sequence of highly intentional choices. Sustainable progress comes from tipping the scales of your day just enough to trigger a continuous upward spiral of meaning and reward. Drop a comment with a specific task you're assigning your first $50 time block to.